Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Dolphins going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Let's go!
Switch!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They run once more with McKinnon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Flushed out right.
Check 50.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Double tight, double tight.
Here we go!
Here's McKinnon. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would... Devontae Parker, 30. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A big play, Tannehill to Parker, 48 yards. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
This is Logan. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
A first carry now. This is Hill. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Two times. Everyone's got 4.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
He'll look to throw. incomplete as well. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet. But right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi.
Come on, baby. Get excited. Let's go.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Yeah, take the edge. Go, go.
Ohio!
SOS.
Here we go!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They run it with McKinnon. And some space here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Let's go!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Detroit. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The ball comes out. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's Tannehill. And That's going to be incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it's third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here again is McKinnon. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it here with Logan. Big hold of the 30. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watch left, tight end to the left, tight end left.
Let's go.
Three down. Hey,
Flex
check,
round,
check.
flex
Three down,
round.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Tight left. Hey, boys, we got four down.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Flex round.
Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a third down.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Ohio. Let's go.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Four down.
Flex round. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
117. Here we go.
On second down, here's Tannehill. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Tannehill out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second and 10, Tannehill. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Tannehill now on second down. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
So we're at halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They run with Logan. They find some open field here. And now running right through it. And he's brought down after a good gain. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
They run again with Logan. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go! 190!
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To the right and complete to Galladay. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Time right. Here we go.
Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and the nose of the football.
Let's round! Let's round! Come on, let's go!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got room to run past the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That broken tackle can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Double tight.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. carry. It's Logan. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on Ringo.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Tannehill. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Key to tight end. Key to tight end.
They go play action here on 1st down. The Fasano here brings it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And this is Parker, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
So out now come the Lions. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Let's go!
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down following the run. Now McKinnon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go!
McKinnon. And some room to work. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Riddick. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Here we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.